Welcome back. We have finished that very sad event in Fontaine, but it is time to move on with the Shogun Story Quest Part 2. Talk to Catherine. Oh, actually, before I forget again, we did gain a Shinobu constellation. It's just the upgrade to her ultimate, to her burst. Sequester Sorrow. I do hope we get her further up. She's actually, I think, a decent character. A pretty good one. Alright, Catherine. How's this gonna lead us to the Shogun?
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Ad Astra Abyssosque, Catherine.
Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that...
Is it unusual because it was put in by the Shogun?
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Yes, Paimon.
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
I mean, you haven't even told me what the job is yet. It'll depend on the task and the compensation.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Oh.
Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yodo in great numbers.
That's no good. Man, how did the Rift Towns get here?
Rift Towns? On Narukami Island?
I know, right? That's not a good thing.
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target.
I feel like, I don't know, I mean, I suppose this isn't where they come from per se, but at least I think they're getting off of a certain island to the south that we recently helped out. Well, that's where the big boss Rift Wolf Lord is, at the very least. So it wouldn't surprise me.
The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to
Oh, I know.
I trust you are aware of this already?
I believe I understand, though I'm curious what you'll say if I say I'm hazy.
For a long time, the sacred sakura has been absorbing filth from Inazuma's ley lines to maintain stability in the land.
We helped out a lot with that.
If it were ever damaged, the filth would once again invade Inazuma, causing great catastrophe. That's why this is a rather urgent case.
I would feel super bad for the Fox Lady if we allowed that to happen.
Is the Tenryo Commission aware?
Good question, Paimon.
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them.
That's fair, they are dangerous creatures.
Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters.
Including the Adventurers Guild, though this sounds like it should be more than just a single commission to a single adventurer, even if that adventurer is the Traveler herself.
The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryo Commission with their work, but so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Time to make some whelps yelps. I'll send those pooches packing. Damn it. I think I like the pooches packing one better, but they're both really good. I'll send these pooches packing.
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be any trouble, Catherine.
I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
Oh no, we've dealt with Rift Towns plenty of times.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
I don't know, Paimon. She can say that in like 2 seconds flat. Transient dreams. Here we go.
The sacred Sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought?
I know, right?
Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachiru Sato's greatest.
That was her name.
And now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it.
I know, right?
Time to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, I'm with you, Paimon. Hanachiru Sato was a great. I'm sad I used up her mask to just get a stupid artifact, but oh well. All right. Well, it looks like that should be easy enough to fly down towards from the shrine. Hello, you mangy mutts. You're gonna get a surprise from the sky. Oh? Wait, what? Where are you? I don't think I've ever seen... Oh! Wait, no. I thought I saw a barrier for a second. Maybe it's actually below us. Yeah, I'm thinking it's... Oh, there it is. A while since I saw one of these on Narukami Island. Nice. I sacrificed the ability to drop in on the wolves, but... Oh well. You stay away from that route.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered.
Whirling snow!
Is that both of them? Oh, one more. Hey.
Sakura swirl!
Let me weave you a verse.
Wow, there are so many of them.
More?
The Tenryou Commission needed help.
Jeez.
You can take them.
Oh, I know. There we go. Uh-oh. We're gonna get saved by the Shogun?
Torn to oblivion.
Yes. Nice. Thanks for the assist there, Shogun.
Wait, no. Could also be A.
Yeah. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Oh, it's you two.
Right in Shogun?
It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryou Commission crisis.
It's actually not been that long, eh? I promise you.
Okay, sounds more like A. It is you, right?
Yeah, I think it is, Paimon.
You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Well, actually, it's really not surprising. If anyone should protect the sacred Sakura, the Shogunin, yeah, Miko should, right up there amongst the people whose that job should be. What are you doing here? What brings you out this time?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come.
For what is to come? What's coming?
Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today.
Yeah?
I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past.
Would you care to share?
Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Aw, I'm happy for you. Yeah, it's good to get out and about.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
You would think. Though, I mean, she did last a long time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself?
Well, sure, but you can do both. You can multitask, you're a god.
Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds.
Yeah.
I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
And I'm happy you did, because it's always a pleasure to see you. But the commissions and adventurers can deal with the monsters. Doesn't seem like a matter needing the Archon's attention. I actually kind of disagree. The sacred Sakura is too important. Especially since the commissions and the adventurers have been failing to deal with the monsters.
If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Still operating off of old instructions. Haven't quite updated the software yet.
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission.
Right.
But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura... It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
The one that resulted in, well, Hanachiru Sato's, or the person that she was, sort of, I guess, a memory of, hers, as well as your sister's death.
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma.
It was only 500 years ago, huh? Well after the Archon War.
Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely.
This was the event that set you, gave you the desire for eternity, if I'm not mistaken.
The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard.
Really? Now that's interesting, and also extraordinarily concerning.
Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
Oh, wait. 500 years ago. Kanria. That was all... Oh, shoot. I didn't even process... I don't have all the dates in my head. I didn't even think. Which, I still suspect... I don't think it's been confirmed one way or the other. But I still suspect that's when me and my brother came to this world as that time.
So you've heard of it too?
Yeah. We know a certain person that we may or... honestly, I'm not sure if name-dropping him would turn you against us or not.
That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall.
I'll bet.
Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one.
No, Rift Hounds need to go.
But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
I agree.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together.
You stole the words right out of my mouth, eh?
From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
We'll get them. Together.
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company.
We should.
Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. We'll get there eventually, Paimon, don't worry. Once I regain my full power.
Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Kanria.
Ooh, I like the way you think, Paimon. Yeah.
This color! It's
What
similar
color?
to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage.
With the blue?
Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Oh, yeah. You want me to... No, you don't. Come on, Arrow, go away. Oh, they're just pointing it out repeatedly for me. Fair enough. You know, it actually sort of looks like a blood trail almost, except for it's, blue. Another. Ooh. Leading me right to an Electroculus. Thank you. Where, oh where? There you are.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious.
Well, that's good.
The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
Well, once we've dealt with the problem, I mean, sustained attacks will probably make it far worse. There's probably other areas that are under attack.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing?
Yeah, I don't actually remember any sap like that from before. That was a long time ago, though, so I could have just forgotten.
Huh?
Huh. Oh,
What's this?
a memory of the past? How terrible.
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey.
True, but I don't think that's what this is.
But why would they appear here?
A? Any insights?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
Very well. Kitamura, samurai.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What era are you from? I'm guessing from 500 years ago.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you?
Oh,
What are you doing here?
wow. Fascinating. So you are not just a memory. That's, huh.
Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you, there's no escaping them.
We have the Archon with us. I think we'll be fine.
We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
What monsters? What exactly happened?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness.
Yeah, from 500 years ago.
Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They are merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
Damn. It's kind of terrifying.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
I mean, Paimon, he probably can't see this. He's...
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now, there's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu.
Yeah,
there
that was...
no one left to rely on but ourselves.
That was her name. Yeah, after Ball... Or wait. Yeah, well, after her sister died, but before the Shogun assumed the throne. It would have felt like a terrible time of just hopelessness.
I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Right. Man, the fact that there was the fact that they were able to slay the Shogun, or the Shogun's predecessor, and Saigu, is... I'm kind of terrified of whatever creature did that.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun?
Well, her sister. I'm not sure if they were twins or not.
You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma.
Oh, she will.
Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
She knows. She was there.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
It's curious what his... I don't think he's simply a ghost.
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
Well, there are monsters. That's kind of what we're dealing with. I wonder if this is a... I wonder if his presence is a result of, like, you know, the rifts caused by the Rift Wolves.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere.
Maybe he's actually not even dead and he's just peering through time from the past into now.
I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
I mean, when you have Rift Wolves clawing their way through space, anything is possible.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh.
You're gonna be okay.
I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma.
She did.
Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun.
Aw.
As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity.
Well, if the Shogun has anything to say about it, you will.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
And they disappear. Once more, I think.
What's wrong with him?
Is he disappearing?
He's gone.
Maybe it actually was a memory, but
Paimon can't even begin to understand what
Yeah.
that was all about.
I've...
But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
Oh, Paimon. Everything will be okay. That horrible past is, well, past. Let's focus on the present. Yeah, I mean, I have ideas about what that could have been, but I really don't know.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the
So
land.
you think it was a memory? I mean, I sort of discounted that when it was able to interact with us, but...
The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity.
Right. Explains the mist from the tree.
An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory.
Right. Like what we just saw.
Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
The same thing happened to Dusky Ming. Wait, did it? I don't remember the last time I saw Dusky Ming. I feel like it was when she was pulling pranks on someone.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Well, at least that one is. Probably other places where there's damage to the roots.
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
He also mentioned, I mean, both of these are big, mentioned that the Shogun was absent.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria.
When he says you were well, the Shogun was absent. And now I'm not so sure. Was it because you were the Shogun and were just busy with dealing with Kanria? Because if I remember right, the Archons were involved in the destruction, the downfall. Or was it like I initially thought? He was referring to this, the Shogun, your sister, being slain.
The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat.
Unfortunately, that did not work out.
I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
As it did. I'm sorry,
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Conria?
I strongly doubt that's coincidence.
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people.
She was a hero.
I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last.
Aw, I'm sure she did.
But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
She needs a hug right now. Also, I feel kind of sad that she couldn't take part in that quest line where we met Hanachiro Sato. I mean, sure, it wasn't actually Kitsune Saigu, but I don't know. I mean, she had her memories, if I recall correctly, so... Because actually, yeah, wasn't she actually kind of similar to them? She said she was the filth, you know, created by the filth.
Hey.
Yeah. Is this the loss that Ye Miko mentioned? Well, it's one of the losses.
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss.
I know.
All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time.
Yeah.
Powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive.
It must be the worst. All your godly powers, unable to protect those you care most about.
But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
Nope. It's not healthy. So you're no longer stuck in the past? Well, she's working on stepping out of it, at least.
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I remember, especially involving certain sweets. The most important of human ingenuity.
Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters.
Right.
Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward.
I mean, yeah, and to protect those he cared about. You know, much like you did.
All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
Yeah. They weren't hoping for stagnation. They were hoping for survival. For the opportunity to keep pushing. I'm guessing. I suppose I can't speak for them necessarily, but that's what being human is all about.
As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes.
Aw. You know, I really respect you. You know, after having been set on this path for so long, being willing to reconsider it now.
Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you.
I
and
know you
all
won't.
that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
I mean, is kind of a very was an extremely pivotal moment for her in her life.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Of course. Let's see some more memories too. Man, how did I miss all of these before? I just... Not in the... I mean, I was in these areas. Is this one down below or up above? Probably down below. Not down here, though. Oh, yeah. Or maybe it is.
Expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Oh no.
Leave them to me.
Well, okay, but Shogun, can we get this first? There was a, I was thinking there was a... Damn it, it's like right there. Oh, this is where... Oh, I remember this area. Yeah. Damn it, I need to get out. Oh man, I guess I never really did fully explore this area. Hey, Shun. Self-proclaimed, treasure hoarder cadre. I think I talked to you before. Yeah, look, see a chest and everything up there. I mean, that's not my goal here, but I do want those Electroculuses.
Let's get down to business.
There is no...
Rain outlines your fate.
Yeah, don't stand up.
My apologies.
Or don't climb up there.
Take flight.
Can always use more hand
I
guards.
shall treasure this good fortune.
Ooh, another one I found while climbing back up. Hello.
Stabilize.
Yeah, these are all the things I wasn't able to get because I didn't have enough, you know, a high enough barrier.
Illusion shattered!
No, my sword.
There we go.
Today is a lucky day.
Alright, let's deal with these towns now. But I still want that other one over here. Whatever it may be. Probably is down below. In those ruins that I wasn't able to get it before.
Expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me.
Gotcha. Nice.
Illusion shattered!
She's a fun character. I wouldn't mind making her my primary DPS either.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Excellent.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Are you okay? Yeah, you feeling okay? Using too much power?
Why would you ask that?
You were holding your head.
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
Oh, yeah. You haven't actually used your, Muso no Hitotachi, at least not at full power. I suppose your burst is technically your Muso no Hitotachi, but...
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy.
If you say so.
Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time.
That's actually smart.
I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Understandable.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun.
Though I'm a little worried she's hiding something.
The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out
I
again.
expected this would happen. Get another memory. Is it the same situation as before? Oh, old blind man.
Furuyama?
Oh?
Is that you?
You know him? A tea master.
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
That actually does answer my question. When they said the Shogun was absent, it was, in fact, referring to her. Dealing with Conria. Maybe her sister's death was actually during the Archon War. I might be conflating two separate events. Two separate tragedies.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Oh yeah, I think all of these are going to be from 500 years ago, Paimon.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue.
Oh, what was he doing in this area?
Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Well, brewed. You mean, he is long since dead.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me.
I'm sure you're being way too humble, Furuyama. I'm sure your tea is excellent.
It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest.
That she has. I would like to consider myself her friend. Shogun, do you agree to that? Are you my friend?
I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest.
Thank you, Furuyama.
After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do?
Well, I mean, let's go along with what he says. I want to learn more about the past, actually, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on now. Just struck. That was the whole thing that, I don't know why I'm forgetting. I'm blanking on the name of the island, but I think Tsurumi Island. Yeah. That was what they were all talking about. The pitch black. I can't believe I didn't process that before. Damn. Loads of monsters, and well, that island was covered in rift wolves as well. Huh. So that was something that actually happened, and it was this same event. Of course, the fog came there before the Shogun dealt, well, the Shogun and or Kitsune Saigu dealt with the issue. I wonder how far that darkness spread. Was it just the Inazuman Islands, or was it all across the world?
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped, They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So I decided to
neighborhood.
stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away.
It's a shame that I don't think that's how it actually played out.
Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then?
Yeah, if the Shogun can't resolve it, well, Inazuma as a whole certainly probably can't. How come you're not panicking?
People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life.
I see. That's actually, kind of nice that you feel completely satisfied. That you no longer fear death.
But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets.
I'm glad.
The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea.
Oh? Do please tell. Please tell.
Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart. A true dreamer.
Yeah. Well, kinda. I mean, I guess her dream of eternity was pretty ambitious, in a sense, but... I think she was trying to suppress her true nature a little bit too much. Perhaps.
One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time.
They do.
And so, people must make the most of the life they have.
Damn.
Seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end.
Really did have a major change of heart after Kitsune Saigu died. Damn. It's like the complete opposite of where she ended up mentally. Doesn't sound like A at all. This doesn't fit the definition of eternity at all.
So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Man, I like you, Furuyama. I like you a lot.
Perhaps you are right.
Is he reminding you of how you used to be, A?
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time.
Aw.
What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew.
I suppose not. I'm curious how you would have liked the Inazuma the Shogun built. I mean, this would have been long before the Vision Hunt Decree was a thing, but... I'm not sure if you would have... Because I think this is before she made the Shogun. I wonder how you would have reacted to that decision.
But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago.
I suppose it did.
Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then.
Well,
So, never mind, eh?
yeah. Never mind. I guess I like you. I like how, content you are. Hey, you okay?
Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea.
I think you will have a hard time doing that.
The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum.
I think she'll forgive you.
One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set?
Yeah. You know how you said you won't get to see the future that the Shogun builds? Well,
I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
no. Sorry, Furuyama.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself.
Well. Oh, we know where to find a tea set, do we? Where?
I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
It's really no trouble, Master Furuyama.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Oh, you sure you don't want to talk to him a little longer?
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
It's her job to deal with it.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
Yeah.
But, well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me.
Oh, I'm sure she'd be more than happy to have done so.
I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Yeah. Don't worry. You just rest up.
Where should we go to find a tea set?
Oh, we actually are gonna.
Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now.
No.
At the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
Yeah, he is a...
I'm also feeling
Wonderful
very
person.
nostalgic for his tea.
I don't know if we can...
Oh, why
Can
don't we
he
go to
interact with the world?
Kamisato Estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
I'm down to see Ayaka and or her brother for the first time. Can he actually make tea?
After my eyes went bad, many aspects of daily life became much more challenging. But I always wanted to be a competent tea brewer, right to the end.
Well, from what I hear, you really were.
But now, it looks like I have to rely on you.
Well, not to brew the tea, just to retrieve a tea set. This would be a really awkward thing for the Kamisato estate, though. You know. Hey, I'm here with the Shogun. Can we borrow your tea set? Come again? I'm gonna go get that Electropolis really quickly. What is it, right there? No. I thought I saw it through the branches, but... Oh, right. Yeah, I remember this, and I was unable to get through the barrier. Should... Excellent.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Able to now. Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Hello, are the Kamisatos home?
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun.
Yes, it is.
How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Yeah. How are you gonna react to that request?
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away.
Well, taking it very well.
Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Of course. Don't worry, Hirano, you're not gonna get in trouble or anything. This isn't the Shogun, this is A.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually,
Well...
I prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please,
Aw,
fetch the tea set at your
Hey.
convenience.
that touches me, thank you. Though, don't you actually sort of need to talk to Commissioner Kamisato? Really, all the commissioners, and tell them to deal with the tree, taking care of the tree?
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, he's hurrying up with that task, what do you want to talk about?
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Well,
I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
hey, I am always willing to chat with you if you want. Just send the word and I'll, come visit you anywhere you want. Whether it's in the plane of Euthymia or, at a sweet stand stall thing. Or here or anywhere, really. Maybe we could hang out with Yae Miko and read some light novels. Was it really you that the tea master used to serve?
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty shogun that he described
Ooh.
didn't sound anything like you at all.
Maybe that was... I mean, it's possible she just changed after the deaths of her sister and Saigu, but could that have been his sister that... been her sister that he was referring to? They had very different visions for the future.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts.
Right.
So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon,
Right.
who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto.
So my initial guess was correct. Your sister died in that same war. And so, wait, was it your sister that went off to deal with Conria, not yourself?
He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it.
Right. So you guys didn't really advertise that fact then. In that case, you also must have effectively been twins. I mean, you did basically take her place without... Yeah, I guess you did take her place without anyone really noticing, didn't you?
The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
Aw. Would you like to tell us about her, eh?
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
I guess so.
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings.
I think I like your sister's perspective. Dreams, or in other words, ambitions.
They are similar, but not identical.
That's fair.
When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me.
I wish I could see it through your eyes, actually.
Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
There's no shame in that, eh? I mean, you are... Oh, I was gonna say, it's only human to make mistakes, but you are a god. No, the important thing is that you, are willing to grow.
Wow.
And to
There sure
correct
was a lot
yourself.
going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition.
Interesting. I wish I could have met her, talked to her.
An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course.
Sure, right.
Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
Yeah, kind of is. It is. one of the main things that sets humanity apart.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
Yes, it is, Paimon.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving?
Yeah, that is a bit of a confusing conundrum there, isn't it? But, like you said, though, she defined eternity a little differently.
I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with.
Seems more in line with how humans view the world.
Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did.
I don't think it's that elusive or arcane. She just, paid attention to the world around her. Didn't shut herself off.
But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Would you like to take up your sister's philosophy and work and carry it forward?
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
Good question, Paimon.
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity.
Yeah, but I also know that you've been pondering eternity for a while now. And I'm curious as to what conclusions you've drawn.
But now, I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Aw. So you could say you're closer to her now than you ever were before, almost.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your excellency's use.
Nice.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
No, you absolutely do.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Paimon, one does not describe the Shogun as chill, even if it's true.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Yeah. We don't know long. I kind of wanted to see the one of the Kamisatos at least. Oh well. We don't know how long he'll actually manifest there. Is he gone? Aw, no.
Hey, where'd he go?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Wouldn't put it past him.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long.
That's my thought too.
As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
It's unfortunate. I really would have loved to have tea with you and him.
So we won't get to drink his tea?
I'm still questioning whether he would have been able to even touch the tea set, but...
We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
Aw, Paimon. Oh, poor... You wanna hug, Paimon? You barely knew him.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Yeah. I feel more sad for the Shogun. For being unable to say goodbye. Oh, sad Paimon is always so... Our voice actress does such a great job. Cheer up, Paimon. Let's make our own tea.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
Uh-oh. Please don't. I know that you can't cook at all. And I imagine this counts as cooking.
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it
Please.
myself.
Please don't. Hey, brews a piping hot pot of tea with the tea
The
set.
tea is ready. Please give it a try.
Fingers crossed.
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
You don't need to. I understand.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back.
There will be friends in the future who pass as well, eh? Time is cruel to eternal beings.
Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may.
Of course.
The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend,
Yeah.
Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
That I knew. I think it was touched in your, animation that you had.
She died in that disaster too?
Or maybe it was, just mentioned to me a long time ago. I'm actually not sure. But yes, Paimon.
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me.
Oh, wait, is that where she died? In Conria?
Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist.
Right.
Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead.
Why would she do that, though?
But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening...
I'm so sorry, eh? Makoto had already died.
Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath.
Oh, not even a chance to say goodbye. Oof.
She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia.
Right. Makes sense.
It was there that we bid each other a final farewell.
Aw, poor A.
I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions.
Honestly, I don't know if I can either. Was she, I mean, my thought would be that she was trying to protect you from something, but I honestly don't know what.
Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
Wait, was it the plane of Euthymia?
That's quite a story.
What happened to it?
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura.
Yeah. due to your friend's sacrifice. Saigu, Kitsune, Saigu became the sacred Sakura in order to purify the land of the darkness. That actually makes more sense now of what dealt with the darkness. The sacred Sakura has always been there, hasn't it?
That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about.
Did... It wasn't, though, right?
No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air.
That is some powerful, I don't know, magic from Kitsune?
In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness.
Or that, I suppose. Well, no, not the tree, though. Or, wait. Are you saying the sacred Sakura was bloomed due to Makoto and not due to Saigu?
With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
I think I was a little mistaken then. But simply put, Makoto's powers somehow made that tree appear. I could have sworn it was due to Kitsune Saigu, though.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her.
Well, there's time to change that, eh? All the time in the world.
I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful.
Well, honestly, though, being able to talk about it is one of the steps towards healing, so I imagine you've actually been grieving for the past 500 years. You know, all alone, trying to deny what happened. But it sounds like you're finally willing to accept it.
But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat.
That is a lovely thing to say.
And it's time I came to terms with it all.
I know the pain of separation, too. Yeah.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Oh, this is actually a really good point, Paimon. I mean, you obviously don't recognize me from that battle. But do you know my brother?
Brother? I had heard that you were looking for your family.
Yes.
You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Kanria disaster?
Well, yeah, we suspect. I don't think it's been a while since we did the Dainsleif quest line, where we found out about Conria in the first place. I don't think it was said that for sure that we were involved. I think that's still my speculation.
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over.
Right.
And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me.
I mean, think what I've been thinking for the longest time is that the opening of the game was us sort of showing up at an inopportune time at Conria, and that the unknown god was initiating its destruction at that point, and, well, we sort of got in the way and suffered the consequences and got separated because of it, but... And that the traveler here has, was basically unconscious for many years, and that our brother woke up first.
So, I am afraid I can't help you.
It's okay. We'll find him eventually.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess.
Yeah.
Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
True. Though I won't pretend mine is on the level of the Shogun's. At least my brother is still alive, Paimon.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Team Master's memory.
Oh god, here it goes.
Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
Please be good.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Oh, maybe it wasn't so
Very
bad.
well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
Excellent. Cup of tea has been left for Furuyama. Aw. How much did he actually perceive? How much did he let on? An excellent question.